Here's Matt Gay ready to get this one started. Off we go from downtown Indianapolis. This fielded at the 2. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. It's the first run of the game for Bijan Robinson. He'll move it ahead for about 3 yards. Laiatu Latu there to bring him down. They face second down and 7. Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. Trying to get it to Kyle Pitts. And it's going to bring up a third down. From the gun, here is Penix. That's complete. He's got it to London. And they will bring this into the red zone. Big connection inside the 20.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
They let a golden opportunity slip away on that one. That's the matchup that they wanted. They just couldn't quite capitalize on it.
To throw again, it's Penix. That is intercepted. And the Colts are going to take possession here at their own 33.
Every defensive coordinator, Mike, in the NFL preaches one thing about red zone defense. Keep them out of the end zone. Make them settle for 3. Well, what do? With that interception, they take it to another level, and they get off the field without allowing a single point.
Throwing to begin is Richardson. That's complete. It's Adonai Mitchell. Terrific starter there. Gain of 15 and a 1st down. Out of shotgun, Richardson. He's got his big target. That's Isaiah Likely. Last play got 15. This one gains 15. And another 1st down. From the gun, Richardson. To the left side, that's caught by Mitchell. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
You know what they say, Mike, is the best 3rd down play in the NFL? Don't get to 3rd down. Well, I'll tell you what, this has been a clinic so far here on their opening drive. 3 plays, 3 1st downs, and now the question is, can they take advantage of this fast start and come away with some points?
17 yards on the gain, and now they've got 1st and goal. Richardson. That's complete. Jonathan Taylor out of the backfield. And he's going to be down close to the goal line. Good job defensively to make sure he did not get to the end zone.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times. And then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get 1 more yard? Now, for him individually, not ideal, but...
And that big offensive line, clearing space. He's in. Jonathan Taylor. Touchdown, Indy. With that, he hits the 20 mark for touchdowns on the year. taking care of business on the ground to get the score. And, Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike. And it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
So, after the touchdown, here's Gay to kick this one away. He'll take it in at the goal line. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. Set to go now on 1st and 10. We'll go play action now with Penix. Open man downfield, that's London. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
A terrific run there, all the way down to the 30-yard line.
I half expected to see all 11 defenders piled up on top of him at the end of this run to make sure he was finally down, because a couple times on that run, it looked like he was cooked, only to shake off those tackles and keep on cooking.
On 1st down, right back to Robinson. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
On 1st down, it's Penix. The pressure, too much, and he goes down.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
This is intercepted. Picked off by Robert Spillane. And he's going to bring this one back the distance. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Gay to add the PAT. It's up and good. And the Colts move out on top, 14-0. So, after the touchdown, here's Gay to kick this one away. That's fielded just shy of the goal line. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. Unbalanced look here to the right side on 1st and 10. They'll throw. It's Penix. And this will be incomplete.
I think all of us up here in the booth were curious, how is this quarterback going to bounce back following the pick six? And, a lot of guys come back and they're very conservative and they just want to dink and dunk because they're scared to throw another pick. Well, he found out pretty quickly. Not this guy. He's going to continue to attack the ball downfield, and he's looking to make big plays any chance he gets.
Now Penix to throw on 2nd down. Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete.
This pass rush is continuing to make their presence felt here in the early going, and for this quarterback, he's lucky to at least get rid of that ball because they were on the verge of recording their 2nd sack, and we're still here in the 1st quarter.
He's going to find his receiver. It's Robinson. They get 18 on that one. First down, Atlanta.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
Wow, out of bounds, inside the 10. It's first and goal. It is a big play there for the Falcons. 53 yards. Well, a chance to get right back in it here. First down and goal. They'll run with Robinson. Only a yard there. Tackle made at the 5. Here comes second and goal. On second down, Penix. Now for the third time in the first quarter, he's been intercepted. And the Colts are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
So you find yourself entering the red zone. Mike, it's hard to not stop. Scoring a touchdown. Well, that interception, it changes everything. This is a huge missed opportunity. You have to capitalize and find a way to hang 6 on the defense.
They'll start this on the ground. It's Taylor. He's to the 25. And he's going to be marked down up around the 33.
Remember, Mike, he's already had a touchdown earlier in the first quarter. And at the way this game has started off, it looks like this defense is going to have their hands full stopping this guy.
It's the tight end Likely in motion. And he'll gain about 6 there as it's up past the 35-yard line. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Now Richardson. He finds Likely, his tight end. Big strides. Look at him go. And he will go all the way. Isaiah Likely. Touchdown Colts. Using the tight end to get to the end zone. Greg, it's your old position. You're very familiar with that. That catch and carry. What an ability for your tight end to take it to the house.
Yeah, and this was never really the strength of my game, Mike, but we're seeing so many tight ends around the league who not only are great at securing the catch and making the tough ones, but it's their ability to extend the play after the catch that's separating them, just like we saw here.
So, after the touchdown, here's Gay to kick this one away. This placed in the back of the landing zone. He'll return it from the 1. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. London brought in motion. Back to throw here to begin the drop. Open man, he's got it. It's London. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40. So after 1. So from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. They run over center with Robinson. They'll work forward to the 40-yard line. DeForest Buckner brings him down. Here's a 2nd and 9. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. Going down the center of the field, open man, and it's taken in. And he's going to be brought down inside the 15.
And this offense is now really on the move, Mike, and it's the passing game that's leading the way. They've been able to march their way downfield thanks to this aerial attack, so don't expect them to go to the ground game anytime soon. If I'm this play caller, I'm continuing to lead on this, not only in this drive, but probably for the rest of this game.
And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
They couldn't quite connect there on that short pass, Mike, and I just think it's worth reminding everyone how different the concepts are down here in the red zone than what the rest of the game plan calls for in the normal part of the field.
Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down. Pitts is the man in motion. Now, on 3rd and 2, they'll try and throw for it.
Nice job by the defense there, stopping them short on 3rd down. Brings up 4th, but Mike, honestly, I don't think there's much decision to be made. He's got to keep his offense out there. They need to come away with points. Find themselves down multiple scores in this one. They're going to have to maximize these possessions.
They can still pick up a 1st down here, and they'll line up to go for it on 4th down. They'll go. It's Robinson.
Little test of wills up front, huh, Mike? I mean, who wanted this one more? Who would get off the line quicker? Who would drive the other side backwards? Pretty impressive that not only are they the ones that won the battle, the defense knew what was coming and still couldn't stop it.
They'll go with the sneak. Looking for that crease inside, and that did not break the play. No doubt about it. They are going to mark him short. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with Robinson. And he is not going to get to the goal line. In fact, he's even going to lose yards on that play. And now it is 3rd and goal.
In these goal-to-go situations backed up on your own goal line, Mike, what they teach the defense is it's your job to establish a new line of scrimmage. And that's exactly what they did here. Watch the push they get. The offensive line goes backwards, and they take the ball carrier down for a loss.
And that is not going to work out as planned. Maybe a tough spot to try to run a play like that. Either way, it's blown up back behind the line of scrimmage.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the 1st down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a 4th down decision to make.
This has been quite the drive. 3 points would kind of feel like a letdown, so they're going to go for it here on 4th and goal. And this will pay off. It is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Younghoe Koo now for the extra point. And he missed it. That's a rare miss for the veteran, and they are unable to add on the point after. So out is Koo. He'll kick this one away after the touchdown. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. On 1st down, they'll start with Taylor. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. They'll go again here with Taylor. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's 3rd down. Richardson gonna look to throw. He's got his man. That's down. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's a 2nd and 6. They go right back to Taylor. Now a flag comes in. It was thrown by the umpire. The pickup is 4, but usually that's a holding penalty. They'll go play action. It's Richardson. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
And the success of this play, Mike, all comes down to the timing of the defender. You get there a little bit too early, you risk pass interference. You get there a little too late, it's a big pass completion. Timing your hand and playing through the ball is something they work on with these defenders all the time. And next time they throw the ball downfield, I wouldn't be surprised if they target somebody else.
He was looking for Marvin Mims there. And now it's 4th down. The Colts about set to punt. Fielded at the 9. And a nice return there. The offense not going to be backed up as much as they could have. Drive's going to start from beyond the 20. Boy, some bulk in the formation on that right side here for 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. That's brought in by the tight end, Knox. And they're going to mark him down up past the 35. So, from the 36, it is 1st and 10. It's a give up the middle to Robinson. Oh, the ball's out. And no turnover here. One of the guards able to get the football and get on it to keep possession. Now a timeout, Atlanta. That's their first. And they'll get together prior to this 2nd down play. To throw. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
3rd and long. Now they'll set up to throw. Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
This has been a first half to forget on their offensive side of the ball. It just seems like it's been a snowball effect. Bad plays are leading to even worse plays, and that sack being the largest setback in the game, that's been full of them.
Now the Colts will use the first of their timeouts. The Falcons getting their puncher out there. Oh, the coverage was great. They gave him no room to operate and made him pay for catching the ball. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Here's Richardson. Pass right side to Downs. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. Timeout, Indianapolis. That is their 2nd. They get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to play in this first half. On 1st down, it's Richardson. He'll take a shot with Mims. That's caught. What about that? Out of bounds all the way down inside the 15. A huge play just before the half. 42 yards. On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, Richardson. Looking middle, and he's got Downs.
Seemed like the receiver, Mike, ran through like 5 different open zones, but once he found the one that he liked, where the quarterback was expecting him, you see him do a nice job throttling.
Good blocking, and he's in. Jonathan Taylor. Touchdown, Indy. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
You know, we spent so much time talking about the heroics of a game-winning drive to end the 4th quarter in 2-minute mode. Now let's talk about a 2-minute mode, Mike, at the end of the first half. It might not be in walk-off fashion, but I'll tell you what, executing that here going into halftime changes this entire game.
Halftime coming close, and not much time left as this one is kicked away. Couldn't take the chance. They're going to return it from the goal line. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half.
I think at some point for this quarterback, he has to start looking some other directions. I mean, he's tried to get the ball now to this guy multiple times, and all of them have resulted in incomplete passes. I'm not saying don't throw it to him in the future, but maybe get yourself a couple easy completions elsewhere before you look back in his direction.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. We welcome you back. It is quarter number 3. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The 3rd quarter is underway. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. It's the tight end Likely in motion. And a minimal gain here, only to about the 31. Here's 2nd and 9. A run now with McLaughlin. He's got room to the 45. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line.
The challenge of playing a running back like this is you feel like you have him under control. You're doing a nice job putting a lid on him, and then all of a sudden, he's got a big spark play like this. That's the challenge. These guys are just so talented. You can only keep them down so long. That was a really nice run. How often do we see teams kind of nurse these big leads, Mike, especially as the game unfolds? They turn to the ground game. They try to slow everything down. Well, not this offense. They refuse to take their foot off the gas. They're still mining for explosive plays, and frankly, with the way today's gone, I don't blame them.
He'll pop this ahead for about 4, but it will set up 3rd down. From the gun, Richardson. He gets this complete to Mitchell. And he will have the 1st down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8. Richardson will give it to Taylor. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Throwing, Richardson. Completing this one to Downs. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and there isn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against a perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, here's a give to Taylor. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up 3rd down. Looking to throw, Richardson. That is brought in at the 10. He's over 100 receiving yards on the afternoon now, and a 1st down to boot.
Really nice throw downfield on that conversion. Brings up a new set of downs, and defensively, Mike, this feels like desperation mode. If you allow them to finish this drive with a touchdown, this game feels all but over.
And he can't get away. Down he goes, back to the 16.
The offense goes from feeling really good about the previous play with a real nice pickup to then on the ensuing play ending up going the complete opposite direction. Really nice job here by the defense immediately getting back on track. And what do the coaches say? Just play the next play, and that's exactly what they did.
And he will get into the end zone. Josh Downs. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
We all make such a big deal, Mike, when we see a quarterback go through his progression and deliver a deep downfield strike for a touchdown. But sometimes just take what's easy, the easy pitch and catch, get an underneath completion. That's exactly what the quarterback does here, takes what the defense gives them, and when you have a playmaker like that on the outside, they can do the rest with their feet after the catch, and the end result is still a touchdown.
So, after the touchdown, here's Gay to kick this one away. This is fielded inside the 5. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. First and 10. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. He'll move the pile forward. Let's give him a couple. Paulson Adebo is there to make the play. Second down and 8. They'll go again with Robinson. And they'll bring this to about the 34-yard line. Robert Spillane spills them there. Here's a third down and 4. From the gun on third down. Here's Penix. And that is incomplete.
So here in the second half, it's obvious the offense finds themselves in a tough spot, trailing by this many points. But really what makes it difficult is when you have to operate, Mike, in a comeback situation where you have to air the ball out every single play, it stresses your offensive line. It stresses your quarterback. It stresses your playmaker.
Oh, and now look at this. It's a fake. And the rush is going to get there. He'll go down. They were taking a big risk, going for it in their own territory. It will not pay off. It's a turnover on downs. On the ground, McLaughlin. He's to the 10. The speed on display. He's in. Jaleel McLaughlin. Touchdown, Colts.
When you start talking about the qualities of a top-tier back in the NFL, Mike, we all talk about size, speed, the ability to keep your feet, the ability to have balance at contact. But the part we don't talk enough about is patience, understanding the blocking scheme, the timing, when to hit the hole, as much as what hole to hit. And I think you get a great example of what that looks like when it all comes together. He takes advantage of the scheme, and next thing you know, he hits his head on the goalpost.
This taken just shy of the goal line. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. The drive will begin here with a run by Robinson. And he'll be brought down up past the 35-yard line.
Well, really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up first downs without having to get to third down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
In trouble, and down he goes.
And now we're seeing the game kind of go back and forth. Each team trading blows, trying to establish control over the other. Nice chunk play on the previous play. The defense responds back with a sack, and we'll see which team can establish a little bit more of this control as the game unfolds.
Finding room at the 35. That will make third down a little more manageable. Good yardage gained on that one.
This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can be such a game changer. The offensive linemen don't need to hold their blocks quite as long. You give this guy a little bit of a crease, and man, he is gone.
On third down, Penix. That's complete. He's got it to London. Catch number 7 so far in this one. And a first down.
And up until this point, we haven't seen a lot go their way, but here in the third quarter, they're starting to find some plays. They're starting to get some opportunities. Just got to ask yourself if it's too little, too late.
They'll run with Robinson. Not much there. Maybe a yard. On second down, Penix. They try to set up the screen, but this one doomed from the start. It's incomplete. Third and 9. Pitts is the man in motion. From the gun, here is Penix. And this ball incomplete on third down.
Mike, when you're completing less than 35% of your passes, you're just not going to win a lot of games in the NFL. He's just too erratic throughout the course of the game. Sometimes it's exactly how they practiced. And at other times, it looks like they've never practiced at all.
4th down, and here's Penix. He's got his tight end. That's Pitts. And he's going to have a Falcons 1st down. They come up with a big one there to keep the drive moving, and then some. So we are through 3. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run it here with Robinson. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Here's 2nd and 6. Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
This has really been the story of this entire game, Mike. I mean, this pass rush has had the advantage over the offense pretty much from the jump, and they've already recorded a couple of sacks, a handful of close calls, and it's the pressure in the backfield is why this team finds themselves with the lead here late in this ballgame.
And he's very close to a touchdown. They mark him just shy of the goal line.
You just love to see this effort, especially on 3rd down. You understand, you want to keep this possession alive. You have to do everything in your power sometimes to bail out your quarterback, and it's exactly what he does here, and it brings up a fresh set of downs.
This drive has been methodical, but will they turn it into 6 points? It is 1st and goal. And he will not get in from there. In fact, I think he was shoved backwards a little bit.
Just feels like this has been the story of the day for this offense. Just unable to get anything going on the ground, and a big reason they find themselves trailing, and another loss of yards.
One more time, it's Robinson. And he's going to go backwards, taken down at the 6.
It makes sense on 2nd and goal, Mike, to keep this ball on the ground. You always have 3rd down again to finally punch it in. But now after the defense forces you backwards, I think you have to consider putting this one in the air here on 3rd and goal.
On 3rd and goal, it's Penix. And that is incomplete.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And if they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one, he's going to have to get a lot better with the ball.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. That's going to be caught. He is in. Bijan Robinson. Touchdown, Atlanta. Their head coach, 2 fingers in the air. They'll say no to the extra point and go for 2. And that is incomplete. 2-point conversion attempt winds up being unsuccessful. And give them credit, they are not mailing this one in. They'll try to get it back with an onside kick.
You have no choice. You find yourself down big here late in the 4th quarter, Mike. You got nothing to lose. Give it a shot. Nice job here by the hands team recovering. They're going to take over possession.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. They'll run. This is McLaughlin. A modest gain. Maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down. a give, but here comes a reverse. This is going to be a big loss. He kept retreating, trying to find some place to escape, and there was none. A big loss on the play. 3rd and long. Richardson. The throw on the run is complete. And he'll gain some yardage here, but that is not nearly enough for the first down. So it's going to bring up 4th down. The Colts about to kick this one away, as they'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep. And that's going to work out just fine. Good kick, well covered, touchdown at the 5. And here comes Robinson on a toss to the right. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down. On the handoff, it's Robinson. Robinson, a first down and more. And so much for being backed up, he takes this beyond the 25-yard line.
There's a combination of footwork and vision, his ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
On first down, right back to Robinson. What more could you ask for on first down? Nice run of 8, setting up 2nd and short. So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. We'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Another run here for Robinson. No dice there. He is met and tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the first down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on 3rd down.
Here now, 3rd and 5. And they'll run out of the gun. Here comes Robinson. The offense staying out there for this 4th down. They'll try and throw it with Penix. And for the 4th time today, he has been intercepted. Picked off by Nick Cross.
And that should be the final dagger in this one. I mean, barring something dramatic happening here, Mike, I just don't think there's enough time or possessions left in this game to pull off any sort of comeback.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. A run here. It's McLaughlin. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. A run now on 2nd down, and he'll get this close to a first down. Gets about 7, maybe a yard short of the first down.
It's tough to completely celebrate, Mike, when you don't pick up the first down, but that's a run you will take every single time. I mean, good yardage, and in a lot of situations, it'll get you the first down, just not here.
So it's a win for the Colts. They're able to bounce back after a difficult loss a week ago, respond with a much better overall performance, and it culminates in a victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olsen and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Colts, winners here in the Circle City, as we say so long from Indianapolis.